seems now everywhere you turn, everyone wants to be a content creator. But what are you creating content around, right? And if you're watching this, you might want to be a content creator. Heck, I guess now, am I a content creator? So, according to the State Consumer Trend Survey, 50% of millennials and 40%, 6% of Gen Z call themselves content creators. And another interesting stat here is that one fourth have less than thousand followers, and almost 50% have less than 5,000 followers. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I do want to be a content creator. It's why I'm here, right? Is to create content, to get better at it. I feel it is the future. I feel that um, whatever business you want to build, if you want to build a business, if you can create content around that business, um, it's going to help you stand out. And I also feel that if you learn the skill of creating content, that you can create content for other businesses, right? You can be a UGC content creator, which I just had a brain fart. What is that? What does it actually stand for? So we're doing a real time search here. Kind of messed up the flow of the video. Yeah, user generated content. Yeah, right. So you could be a create content for other brands for UGC, and you get paid hundreds or thousands of dollars to create a video, right? That they could use for an ad that promotes their product. But something I'd been thinking about here recently was there's two types of content creators, right? There's like the curator and the kind of the original, right? So like the curator is just finding whatever they can find about this topic online, pulling it all together, and then spinning it up, putting it in their own words, doing their own story, and then sharing it for people. Um, so an example of that, I mean, I would even say like Graham Stephan is a curator, large finance YouTube channel, but he just scours the news and he finds interesting news that fits his topic of finance and real estate, shows you the headline, talks about it, and then tells you what his thoughts are. Um, I mean, even the news. I mean, CNN or Fox, right? They're kind of curating. They're finding the news. I mean, some of it is real time reporting they're doing, but they're just finding the information and then sharing it with you. Uh, so curating content. A couple more like The Hustle, which was a tech finance newsletter, sold for like 25 million, and then The Morning Brew sold for like 70 million, like same niche. They were just finding stories, curating them, and then packaging it, and then selling advertising in their newsletter. Original. I mean, like I would say, like Mr. Beast is an original content creator, right? Like he's coming up with his stories, um, these videos, and putting it out there. Um, Man, who else would I say to be original? Like vloggers. Yeah, I think that's original content, right? Because they're the day in the life. They're showing you what they're doing. They're not really. Man, the camera look like I got fuzzy. Um, Curating the content. Um, and like podcasters, I would say, are curating, right? But it's like people who are doing that are building big businesses, or like a podcaster. Like if I hosted a podcast and I just got interesting people or people with decent followings and grew it to bigger and bigger people. Like I could build a good business just podcasting, um, even though like I'll have to put in the work to find the guest, to research, to be able to hold a good conversation and ask good questions. Right? I'm not. There's still tons of work involved. I'm not taking away from it, um, but it's just not. To me, it just feels like it's an easier path. I guess it's not a lot of original ideas. It's just booking the guest, um, versus trying to do your own original content. And so it's something I've been thinking about a lot. But then I just watched a video from Tiago Forte, um, and he says, "Hey, like, okay, hey, we all are content creators. Just it's he has a like there's the 99-1 rule. Uh, 90% of the people on the internet are just lurkers. They're not involved. They're just looking and just scrolling, like doom scrolling or just wasting time. Um, 9% of those people will interact. They'll like the post, they'll comment, they'll share it, whatever. And then 1% of those people will actually create their own content and post it, which is, I don't know where he got the stats from, but it's pretty interesting to think, like, wow, like, if only 1% of the people, like, you look at YouTube or Twitter or wherever, like, all of the new content you see, like, that's only 1% of the world is doing that. Um, I feel like there's so many people making content nowadays, and like me, like, hey, I want to be a content creator. Like, hey, am I gonna be able to break out and go? Or can you break out and go if you start right now? But if only 1% of the world is creating content, then like, yeah, there's room for a lot more people to create content, right? So that was super interesting. But then like one thing he mentioned was that like just curate content, right? Like find stuff in around your niche, um, or he was like, and then like save it into a file like Notion, and like have all these like super interesting things. And that's how he started. But then he realized he's just saving it, and it's like he's not doing anything with it. So then he needed to go and pick one interesting thing and share it with the world. Um, excuse me, which could be like a tweet or like a video, and it's like essentially I'm curating right now, like I'm talking about what he said in his video and putting my own spin and my own words on it, right? So I think that is super interesting. And I also thought about that for like this video series, which I'm 7 minutes in, kind of late now, but um, I'm filming 100 videos in 100 days, and uh, this is day 32. So I thought about for that to make this more useful for anybody who watches it or ever comes to watch it, or my son, like he watches every video. Thank you, Dylan. Um, is to find something that I think is interesting uh, and then share it here, right? So this would force me to have to research, to plan during the day, and to read something and to take some notes and to be able to get it and turn it around quickly, which is going to help me create more content, help me think better, process better. Um, so I feel it's a way I could get more out of this, and I feel it's a way that the viewer could get more out of this. And then also, like last week, I looked at the phone. It tells like your screen time. Let me see. How do I get back there? I don't know how to get back there. But last week, I averaged like 4 hours a day on my phone, uh, which is just insane. I not all of it was social, but a lot was social. Um, and this week it's Sunday, but I'm at 2 hours now, so I'm down like 46%. It's interesting to see that like it categorizes like, hey, if it's social entertainment like YouTube or Safari, like what I'm looking at, show me what I'm looking at. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to try to keep a book with my phone, and when I want to pick up the phone, I'm going to put the phone down and I'm going to pick up the book and just try to read. I have a book that I had started a while back called "Show Your Work," I think, which was it's kind of fitting and like kind of what I'm trying to do here is just put stuff out there and just see what sticks and just get better at creating content, right? Content creator. Um, so I'm gonna test that out and see if, hey, can I just pick up the book and read instead of scroll the phone and wasting time? Um, and then I can also pick up stuff that I read during the book, take some notes, and then I can share that in my daily video. You know what I mean? Like this is day 32, so we got 8 to 40. Got 68 more videos. There's a lot of videos left to shoot here in 100 days, and I think it's getting to the point where I'm feeling burned out and like I'm not doing anything very valuable, right? So I want to bring more value, and I need to. I think I'm over the fear of sitting down and getting on camera and filming these. Uh, I do think it's weird that if somebody that I know in everyday life was to watch this and be like, "Damn, this is what this guy, this is what this guy does when he's off or when he, in his spare time. This is the stuff the guy talks about, thinks about." I think that's a little weird, but at the end of the day, you got to just get over it. You know what I mean? Like, man, there's a lot of weird stuff on the internet. I think my battery's gonna die. I gotta hurry up here. But so yeah, that's the goal. Is this week pick up the book instead of the phone, and prep more for these videos. Do a little bit of research. Come with a topic. Try to share something valuable, and like the views, I mean, we're down like one view a day, which is like my son. It's interesting that every little bit I get a spike of 20 or 30, and then it just kind of trickles down. But all good. So day 32 is in the books here. Pretty decent day. I mean, the shop was slow today, but I've got the video for our new YouTube channel my wife's doing. I've got it pretty much edited. I just got to overlay some music onto it, and it'll be ready to upload tomorrow. I'll get that done. I think I got a couple more supplements to add to the site. I'm gonna set up some ads like locally here, and I need to restock some product in the shop, and then dive into Pinterest and get that rolling this week. So lots to do, and definitely don't have time to be wasting on this damn thing. So thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, day 33.